I am Rica Mae Atillo, and I am here to answer some possible questions for board exam. Enjoy! The first question is, which play by William Shakespeare featured two three-star lovers who came from warring families? A. Romeo and Juliet. B. Antonio and Cleopatra. The answer is Romeo and Juliet. Second is, the Rubaiyat has the theme A. Grasping pleasure while you can. B. Creating your own world and beautify it. The answer is letter A. Grasping pleasure while you can. Next question is, who was the foremost French short story writer? A. Anatole France. B. De Maupassant. The answer is B. De Maupassant. Next is, what are the greatest lyric poems in the literature of world? A. The Psalms of Praises. B. The Psalms of King David. The greatest lyric poems in the literature of the world is the Psalm of King David. Next is, the pen name of Samuel Clemens is A. Mark Twain. B. George Eliot. A. Mark Twain. Next is, Filipino migrant writer whose fiction stories reflect the Filipinos' concept of American culture. A. Benevendo Santos. B. Ambet Campo. The answer is Benevendo Santos. Next is, this Filipino writer in English used Hispanic Filipino culture and tradition in his fiction works. A. Nick Joaquin. B. Jose Garcia Villa. A. Nick Joaquin. What is a dramatic presentation that originated from traditional armed encounter between the Christians and Muslim Filipinos? A. Moro Moro. B. Comedia de Lara y España. A. Moro Moro. One famous Japanese poem is known as haiku. It consists of A. 3 lines totaling 17 syllables with nature as topic, or B. 4 lines that rhymes with a love as topic. The answer is A. 3 lines totaling 17 syllables with nature as topic. If a story is made out of an exchange of letters, it will be called blank literature. A. Epistolary, or B. Episodic. A. Epistolary. Next, a shooting star is really a blank passing through the Earth's atmosphere. A. Collection of dark matter. B. Ball of burning gases. Or C. Meteoroid. D. Dense patch of solar wind. A shooting star is really a C. Meteoroid. What is the purpose of sphygmomanometer? A. To measure blood pressure. B. To measure hypertension. Or C. To measure body temperature. Or D. To measure heartbeat. The purpose of sphygmomanometer is to measure blood pressure. Next is, the Amazon River flows into which body of water? A. The Atlantic Ocean. Or B. Lake Huron. C. The Pacific Ocean. Or D. The Ionian Sea. The Amazon River flows into the body of the Atlantic Ocean. So the answer is letter A. Next is, the Great Victoria Desert is located in which country? USA. Or Egypt. C. Australia. Or D. Mexico. The Great Victoria is located at C. Australia. Which of the following is not a type of forest? A. Tropical dry. B. Aqueous arboreal. Or C. Sparse trees and parkland. Or D. Temperate needleaf. The answer is Aqueous arboreal. Next is, taiga forests are characterized by which type of trees? A. Maidenhairs. B. Coniferous. C. Deciduous. Or D. Cycads. Answer is letter B. Coniferous. What is the largest desert in South America? A. The Existence Desert. B. The Patagonian Desert. Or C. The Monte Desert. D. The Peruvian Desert. The largest desert in South Africa is letter B. The Patagonian Desert. All of the following are types of flatlands that are not called plain except A. Plains. B. Marshes. C. Steppes. Or D. Swamps. Ang answer is C. Steppes. The Gobi Desert lies on the border of which two countries? A. China and India, B. Russia and Kazakhstan, C. Mongolia and China, or D. India and Pakistan. The two countries is the C. Mongolia and China. At what speed does the Earth travel as it orbits the Sun? A. 60 km per second, B. 50 km per second, or C. 30 km per second, or D. 70 km per second. The speed of the Earth travel as it orbits the Sun is letter C. 30 km per second. Next is, among the given decimals, which is equivalent to 9%? A. 0.09, B. 0.9. The equivalent of 9% is letter A. 0.09. What percent of 75 is 15? A. 20%, B. 30%. The answer is letter A. 20%. Total amount after adding 8% entries for 3 months of 6,000. A. 6,120, B. 10,500. The total amount is A. 6,120. Aya left her house at 2 p.m. traveling at constant speed. At 4 p.m., her brother Prince drove at 70 km per hour to catch up to her. If Mia was overtaken at 9 p.m., at what speed was she traveling? A. 40 km per hour, or B. 50 km per hour. She traveled B. 50 km per hour. Next is, the probability of getting 2 after rolling a fair die is A. 1/6 or B. 1/2. The answer is letter A. 1/6. If a die is rolled, what is the probability of a getting number divisible by 2? A. 1/2, B. 1/3. The answer is 1/2. A ball is drawn at random from a box containing of red balls, 4 white balls, and 5 blue balls. Find the probability that it is blue. A. 1/3 or B. 2/5. The answer is letter A. 1/3. In how many ways can 5 girls be seated in a row of 5 6? A. 120 or B. 100. Answer is letter A. 120. A recipe calls for 2 cups of milk for every 7 cups of flour. A chef will use 28 cups of flour. How many cups of flour must he have? A. 8 or B. 14. The answer is letter A. 8. In a university, the ratio of female professor to the male professor is 8 to 5. If there are 288 female professors, how many are male professors? A. 180 or B. 120. Letter A. 180. Next question is, I can find blank calculator. May I use blank Richard? A. My, his, B. My, yours. The answer is B. My, yours. I can find my calculator. May I use yours, Richard? On your vacation in Palawan, please, if you chance upon Arturo, please give blank my warm hug. A. Him, B. Himself. Letter A. Him. My brother and I ran into friend of blank in the park. A. Ours, B. Mine. The answer is ours. My brother and I ran into a friend of ours in the park. The cost of a new family house is quite expensive for blank. Besides, we have more urgent family needs. A. Them or B. Us. Letter B. Us. The cost of a new family house is quite expensive for us. Neither the principal nor the coordinators blank present in the event. A. Where, B. Was. The answer is where. Neither the principal nor the coordinators were present in the event. After blank all day, father finally found the time to rest. A. Having worked, B. Working. Letter A. Having worked. The empty board blank on the table were left or was left. The empty board was left on the table. Drama blank to be the most interesting curricular activity of the year. A appears or B appear. Drama appears, so letter A. The proposed project blank within the budget of the school. A is appearing or B is. The proposed project is appearing, so letter B is. It's now the 2 hour past the schedule. The facilitator may not come anymore but will still be ready in case he A does or B will come. Letter A does. Next is, ang katumbas ng igkas ng titik Q sa kasalukuyan ay A. Q or B. Q. Letter B. Q. Hanapin mo ako sa blank ng mga sasakyan. A. Abangan or B. Pag-abangan. Ang tamang sagot ay A. Abangan. Gagawin mo lang yan, blank mo ako, mahal. Kung di or B. Kung di. Letter A. Kung di. Patlang ka na sa ilog, nanginginig ka na. A. Humango or B. Umahon. Letter B. Umahon. Umahon ka na sa ilog. Kinakailangan blank ang damit sa Huwebes. Magyari or mayari. Kinakailangan mayari ang damit sa Huwebes. Letter B. 5 oras na pero hindi ka pa rin blank ang nawawalang aklat. A. Makita or B. Mahanap. 5 oras na pero hindi ko pa rin A. Makita. Pahalagahan ang pag-aaral patlang hindi malihis ng lan. Ano ang pangatnig ang angkop sa pahayag na ito? A. Nang or B. Habang. Letter A. Nang. Nakapandidiri ang asong kalye na patlang. A. Madumi or B. Dumumi. Letter A. Madumi. Nakapandidiri ang asong kalye na madumi. Anong salita ang nagsisilbing salitang ugat ng pinaglalaban? A. Laban or B. Labanan. Letter A. Laban. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang pangungusap na may paksa? A. Nagbabasa sila sa aklatan or B. Kay ganda ng paglubog ng araw. Letter A. Nagbabasa sila sa aklatan.